If your organization or company has just signed its very first Oracle Cloud Fusion Applications contract, then you're in the right place and you want to watch this first. Welcome. As mentioned, this course is intended for users who have just signed their first contract with Oracle for Fusion Cloud Applications. We'll touch on some terminology. We'll also take a look at the learning path in this series of lessons. So again, this course is intended for customers who are subscribing to the Oracle Cloud Fusion Applications for the very first time. We're here to answer some questions, help you understand how to activate your account, create instances or database environments so that you can do your testing, your implementation testing, and then production work, and also create a few users and various other steps that you need to take before you proceed to the application-specific implementation guides for the various services to which you've subscribed, in particular, for example, receivables, financials, general ledger, supply chain planning, inventory management, and so on. So this is a prerequisite sequence and set of steps that will need to be taken in order for you to use the other applications that you've subscribed to. Some terminology is always helpful to make sure everyone's on the same wavelength. Everyone belongs to a cohort, and this relates to the frequency or cadence with which your subscription is going to be updated, and that's on a quarterly basis. So every customer is assigned to a particular cohort. For example, you may be assigned to the January, April, July, and October set of updates for the quarterly updates. Other customers may be assigned to the February, May, August, November cohort. We'll talk more about cohorts a little later. Pod is just a synonym for environment, for your production environment, for your testing environment, and so on. Staging is just a synonym for the testing environment. Service, of course, is the way you access all the applications that you've subscribed to. Keeping in mind, of course, that unlike older technology with the cloud, with Fusion Applications, your company is not hosting, nor is it actually owning the application, but you have the right to access the application as a service. And of course, the application is essentially a collection of so-called user interface pages, the screens, the reports, the business processes that are part of a particular application or module or business function like receivables, payables, inventory management, procurement, and so on. And the subscription is the product that you buy when you purchase an Oracle Cloud service. So again, you're not buying the actual application, but you're purchasing access to the various hosted services. A few acronyms may surface from time to time. Well, probably a lot of many acronyms will surface, but three that you do need to be aware of at this early stage. MOS for Oracle Support, SR, where you will submit your service request to My Oracle Support, and you will need to provide your customer support identifier, and we'll see how to obtain that a little later, but that is the so-called CSI. As part of the sequence of lessons that are in this course, you'll see these 14 chapters or lessons. Of course, we're in the Watch This First one right now, so there are 13 additional sessions, each of which focuses on a particular frequently asked question, so that if you follow these lessons in sequence, by the end of that time, you should be very familiar with the basic processes involved in setting up your account, setting up your environments, understanding some basics of user creation and administration, and accessing customer support if you get stuck or in trouble, and so on. This course has been designed for these topics to be read in sequence, but also independently. So it is recommended that you work through them in sequence early in your digestion of Oracle of your relationship with Oracle in the beginning. But then you can always return to any of these particular chapters if you get stuck or need a particular question responded to. You also have from time to time in the slides in the presentation, the materials associated with this online course. There may be some notes below a slide that you can take advantage of and to embellish your knowledge and understanding of a particular slide content. And there will be a job aid that helps you in a few instances as well. So let's get started.